Hi everyone, welcome to today's learning session. So today next 30-40 minutes we'll get to know something of this something about this amazing optimization, testing and personalization tool by Google. So it's Google Website Optimizer. So we'll get to know something about this. Now before initiating with our presentation, let us just have a quick a view of what all we'll get to know. So what would be our agenda? Firstly, we'll have a debate on experience versus testing. We'll get to know something about A/B testing, what it is, how it works. Then in this presentation, I'll show you a free A/B testing tool that is readily available to every website owner. I'll walk you through the process of creating your own account, launching your first test, and monitoring your results. I'll also give you some advice on designing effective tests as well as other insights that would help you make the most of your efforts in optimizing your sites for better conversions. Also, we'll get to know about the types of tests. Then we'll have a short case study or a demo kind of a thing. Then we'll have a comparison between free and paid versions of Google Optimize. Last but not the least, we will get to know about the pros and cons of this amazing tool. Sounds good? So yeah, let's just proceed. Experience versus testing. So if we are a site owner, we in some or the other way have to get more visitors to our site, and then our prime objective is to convert those visitors to customers. And for just implementing that, we have two methods in our hand. First is to go by experience, expert advice kind of a thing. And second is to have a rationalistic approach, and then it could be based on a strong testing results that we get. Now, I feel it is not always easy to understand a customer, or rather I should say it is not always possible to understand each of our customers. Everyone is from different aspect of life. They are from different background, they have different customs, different choices. So yeah, it's going to be a huge customer base, and to understand each of them is not always possible. So then we can have web analytics services that allow us to collect and combine data about our customers. And then we can use that data in optimizing the things and then using it for personalization. So the question comes, data driven or expert opinion? Well, I feel most of the companies have a very few people who are testers and optimizers by nature, interest, or experience. But what really moves the dial is when everyone in the company embraces a test and learn approach in improving customer experience across all the touch points. Now, most of the people have this question that what is this test and learn approach? How is it implemented? Why is it important? So the answer is quite simple. When we test everything, our team values our insights over opinions. And everyone gets to learn something. And then from our failures, we improve. Finally, we have more visitors, more sales, happier customers, and finally, a healthier bottom line. Now, what is A/B testing? We are just listening this term again and again, A/B testing. So what is actually this? So before we get to know how to A/B test in digital marketing, it is best to understand what is it A/B testing, or rather what is A/B split testing. A/B testing is a simple concept of testing one or more versions of any web page or website, whatever we have. See, our target is to make money. bring more visitors, and convert them into customers. So in some or the other way, we have to do that. And if that is based on proper testing analysis, so that testing analysis is only A/B testing. What we do is we have a main page. We can call it a control page, and then we create its versions by doing some or the other small changes in that, and then we have a comparison between both the variants. So this is A/B testing, when we get to compare between one or more versions and finally come to a conclusion that which version is going to reap better results for us. So yeah, that is A/B testing. A basic A/B test looks something like this. So as you can see, we have a variation A. We have a web page and there's some CTA kind of a thing. And there's a variation B. Again, there's some CTA, some button or some text. So this variation 1 is the main one, which is our original one. And then variation B, and then variation B. We have created this dedicated version for our A/B test only. So we have done few modifications in that. We have changed the color of the CTA from red to green. And now we have redirected our traffic in both these variations. And finally, what we get to see, the variation A gets 23% of traffic, whereas variation B gets only 11% of traffic. So it is quite clear, quite evident at which one to opt. And yeah, we can go by the best one, the version that is giving us the best outputs. Now, how A/B testing works. So A/B testing isn't difficult to understand. In fact, it is as simple as reciting some alphabet. We can take a current web page, we can call it control A, and then make a copy of it. Change one element or more and have a slightly different design, slightly different version, and we can call it variant B. Now all we have to do is divide our traffic between the two. Finally, we get to see the results and decide out of them that which one we have to opt for and proceed in future. Okay, maybe it is not that simple. Most people struggle with their first A/B test. They don't know which tool to use, how to set up a A/B test, and they even don't know when to do it and when to stop it. So there are so many questions which come to our mind when we have to perform A/B testing. So during this presentation, I'll be answering all of those questions that arise in our mind. Google Optimize for testing and personalization. So this presentation is about the amazing tool, Google Optimize. So chances are that all of you must have heard of this tool, Google Optimize. It's a Google's solution for A/B testing and personalization. And Google launched its beta version in 2016 that left optimizers around the world waiting in line to try it out. Every optimizer just wanted to try it because after all, it's Google's product. In 2017 March, it has left its beta version. So anyone in the world can try it out now. It's freely available to all. So our website is our store window. So it's a showcase kind of a thing, and we have to present it in the best way possible. You have to make it the best out of it. So for that, we need this amazing tool, Google Website Optimizer. It's a free website optimization tool that will help online marketers and webmasters increase their conversion rates, their overall visitor satisfaction by continuously testing different combinations of website content, and then finally coming to a conclusion and delivering it. Now, how Optimize can help our website. Firstly, let data guide us. So Optimize is integrated with Google Analytics. So we have strong figures behind everything, the data behind everything. And that data is only guiding us in achieving our targets. So we have to just use it and work accordingly. Test what works best for your website. So we have that flexibility to perform different tests and then see what is working best for us. Tailor a compelling experience. So as we know, one size never fits all. We have different type of customers, different mindset, different perspective. So we have to design something that is suiting the best to all of them. Gain more customers. This is our final objective. So we have to test different variations, and for that, Optimize will help us the most. Designed to work together. So Google Optimize is not a standalone kind of a project. So we have this Google Suite kind of a thing. In that we have different projects which when combined together, they provide us the best results and prove out to be the most fruitful ones. So in that we have Analytics, Google Ads, BigQuery, and Firebase. So we can use all of them together, and that turns out to be the best one. Before initiating anything, since we are talking about optimization, there are three challenges that we face the most. And what are the solutions is our first question. So solving for these three optimizing challenges is what we get to know in this slide. Firstly, we know about data consistency. So we use Google Analytics metrics to measure the experiment success, and hence our first problem is resolved. Personalization. So Google Analytics audience can be used to personalize website experience. We can directly target on the specific audience and then personalize our sites accordingly. Deep integrations. We can have integrations with BigQuery and Google Analytics for the enhanced reporting. So we finally give a proper report of whatever we have done, how successful we are. So it's not just in the head, we have a foolproof reporting, foolproof analysis, a proper conclusion and inference kind of a thing after every test. So Optimize, how it works, I've already told you, but again with this slide, we can have a quick review of how it works. Create different variations of your site, select the goal of your experiment. We need to have a goal, an objective, then target your experiment to audience, then analyze the experiment results, and finally deploy the result that proved out to be the more beneficial one. Now, different test types. Different types of testings are there, so we'll just get to know about the different test types. First is A/B testing, or ABN testing, or A/B split testing. So in this, we are comparing two or more versions of a web page to see which performs better. We have two versions and we have to just compare them. Then the second one is multivariate testing. In this, we have to test multiple combinations of elements on individual page for granular improvement. So we can have more than one variations. We can perform changes or perform variations on more than one elements. We can change the text of CTA, then its color also, the font size also. We can combine so many things together in one test and then implement that. So that is going to be a multivariate testing. Then redirect test. To test big changes such as designing landing pages, you have different separate URLs. So we can also test the redesigning concept in that. So this is redirect test, and that can also be performed successfully in this. Now, since our target is to have a proper personalization, so how to set up that personalization? So firstly, use the audience you already understand. And for that, you can already use Google Analytics. So we know which audience to target and we can just perform tests for them. Reach users based on any action. So target user based on where they come from, what they are doing, who they are, and then perform tests accordingly. So that if we know everything about them, we'll be able to understand them better and then understand them better and then target our test accordingly. Always understand the impact. Truly know and understand how how effective your test is going to be. So we firstly need to understand the impact of anything that we are going to do. If we are not knowing its power, if we are not understanding the impact it is going to create, we are not on the right track. So we have to understand the impact it is going to have in future. Now, so much we have know about this Google Optimize, how it is beneficial for us. So obviously now we want to know how to set it up for us. So it's quite simple. We have to create a Google Optimize account. I'll show you in future how to do that. So I'll just brief you over here and then I'll show you it in future that how we do that. Then create a container. We have to create a container in which we have to optimize our account. So it's the container is kind of a dedicated outbox in which our test is kept. Then we can also install an add-on for Chrome. So that will be beneficial for us in future in the test. Now the case study or the demo. Before starting with the demo, as I've told you, we have to know the impact and also the goals. So what is our goal for performing these tests? There's a business objective, and that is to increase customer engagement and conversion rate through changing the website. And then there is an analytical objective to determine the best design and layout option, increase the number of micro conversions, and obviously in turn decrease the bounce rate and optimize other relevant KPIs. So this is our goal. So this is our experiment in which we are going to change this button called add to cart. So we have this online marketplace kind of a website, and in that we'll be changing this add to cart button, and just let's see what impact it will create. So before you can start testing, you need something to test on. And obviously over here, that target is the CTA that we have, the add to cart CTA. We need to create a hypothesis. So before creating our text experience, we need to identify the problem, that where the problem lies. So in this case, probably the problem is we are not getting more customers, more people are not adding the product in their cart. So we need to understand the problem and then perform the test which can solve that problem. Now, for the example for this, hypothesis for this example is changing the color for add to cart button from X to Y. And we assume that it will obviously increase our revenue by 10% or X%. Let's see how it turns out to be. So also I'll tell you in this experiment that how we are doing it. So we have to first log into optimize.google.com. So we have to go to our Optimize account. If we don't have, we can create one. So then go to that account, click on your container name to get the experiment page. So we have this pop-up kind of a thing, text box kind of a thing, sorry, in which we have to mention a container's name. If we don't have any container, we can create one. And then we have to click on create experiment. As we click on this, we get another page where we have to enter the experiment name. It could be anything up to 25 characters. For here, we can have this experiment name as changing the add to cart button. Then we have to click on A/B test and click create. So this will initiate our A/B test. The variant cart. So the top of any experiment page includes the variant cart. This is where you create the specific changes for your web page that you wish to test. And we call those different test pages variant only. So we have that variant cart in which we can add any number of variants we want. Suppose we have one complete test page and we want to add 3 different variants to it. We have in one variant, we'll have the but color changed from blue to red, in the second one blue to green, and the third one blue to orange. So we can have three different variants. So all of those we have to add in the variant card. Then we have a targeting tab. In that we have to clearly specify who to target. In that we can also select our Google Analytics account, and then from there we can directly select the audience that we have to target. We can specify the geographic location or something like that. So if we want the people only from Noida location to see that specific variance, we can do that. We have to specify the target audience, and that we can easily do. Now, once we start our experience, we click on start and it starts. Now we have to finally determine that how long we have to run that experience, and then when are we supposed to stop. So the answer is we have to run this experiment and keep an experiment running until at least one of these conditions is fulfilled. Either 2 weeks have passed, or at least one of the variant has achieved 95% of probability to beat the baselines. So whatever expectations that we had, if one of the variant has crossed that expectation, has achieved at least 95% of that expectation, we can stop the test. Or if 2 weeks have passed, so I think 2 weeks is the sufficient time, so we can get to a conclusion that what is actually working best. So this is the actual test that I've performed, and these are the outcomes that I've got, the result that I've got. 100% of the tests were on time. So on time, I've got the output. Then 50% of tests didn't require any developer's time. I mean, the changes are so simple to perform that we don't need a dedicated developer for that. Any normal person, layman, can do it easily. And time needed to implement and run the test decreased from several days to several hours. Initially, when I was not knowing how to perform and all, it took me days to understand everything. Now I can do it in hours, and in fact in minutes. And it's very fruitful and very beneficial. Now, since we have got so much to know about these Google Optimize and all, we also have to know that whether it is free or paid. So in the beginning only I've told you it's free. But then yes, there's also a paid version of it. Google Optimize 360. So there's a free version that's just Optimize, and Google Optimize 360 is the paid version. And if you are a small to medium sized business or just getting started with testing programs, we can have free version. But if we are a big enterprise and have to test some and have very sophisticated testing programs, we have to test something very diligently and seriously, we can probably need the paid version, and then we can work accordingly, that whichever suits us, we can opt for that. Here's the official breakdown of the difference between both the versions. So we can just go through the differences, that yes, we can do A/B testing in both of them. Both can natively integrate Google Analytics. URL targeting is there in both of them. So most of the perspectives are quite similar. Let's target the one that are different. In multivariant testing, in Google Optimize, we can just have 16 combinations. Whereas in Optimize 360, we can have up to 36 combinations. Then experiment objectives, we can have up to 3 pre-configured objectives. Whereas in Optimize 360, we can have up to 10 pre-configured objectives. Simultaneous experiments, we can have up to 5 simultaneous experiments in Optimize, and more than 100 plus we can have in our Optimize 360. Then the payment, main is the payment one. Obviously Optimize is free, and Optimize 360 is the invoiced monthly or quarterly or yearly, whichever suits us. So these are the differences that we get to know. Now let's deep dive into pros and cons of Google Optimize. So anything that comes with some advantages also has got some disadvantages, or not actually the disadvantages, but then something that could not be of very much beneficial to us. So let us deep dive into that. Firstly, the pros: integration with Google Analytics and GTM for targeting and analysis. This is the most important advantage that we have. Second is large number of parameters for personalization. Google Analytics, data layer, etc. So we have so many parameters. Third, intuitive interface. So the interface is quite intuitive, it's quite easy. So that's the best thing. The free version, anything that is free attracts us the most. So the free version, and it's not that the free version is quite uh, normal one. We have got so many advantages in that as well. Then the last, almost doesn't influence the page load time. So this is the problem that arises first in our mind. If we are a website owner, we never want our website to take too much of time in loading. So it doesn't affect the load time at all. Now the cons: it can't be used with mobile apps. So we cannot perform the testing on mobile applications. And we don't have the scheduling options as of now. We have to start it when we want to start it. We have to start it right there and then end it on our own. We cannot schedule it. So yeah, that's all from the presentation today. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them.